It's about to go down, ladies and gentlemen. Is your host, Carlos Siqueira, aka Carlos Inspire, with a very, very special episode that I prepare for you guys today. And today we're going to be talking about how to create a successful NFT project. So I prepare 7 steps for you guys so that we can all go on this journey here today with me. For the next 30 minutes, today's going to be a short episode, and we're going to break it down 7 very, very powerful steps for anybody from scratch to start and have a successful NFT project. So let's go with step number 1. And you guys know the drill, ladies and gentlemen. Writing is the doing part of thinking. So grab your pen and papers. You guys, for some of you that see me speaking on mastermind and stages around the world, you know the drill. Grab your pen and paper. When you learn something and you write it and then you teach to somebody else, it becomes embedded in your mind so that you are able to carry that on. So let's get ready to rock and roll. Hold on one second. We are live here recording. So make sure that if you guys are on social media, have all your mics on mute, and let's get ready to rock and roll. We are live everywhere right now. We're on Twitter Spaces, Clubhouse, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere, ladies and gentlemen, that is humanly possible. So step number 1, ladies and gentlemen, identify your niche. Before you start any successful NFT project or getting yourself into the metaverse, it's extremely important that you identify your niche. The reason why the biggest projects that you guys see right now trending on Twitter, on Rarible, on OpenSea, on everywhere, the reason why they succeed, it's beyond the art, ladies and gentlemen. It's way beyond the art. It's not about, the apes and the monkeys and the cats and the foxes and the eagles and whatever else is out there. You guys know me. I love everybody. It's about filling a void in your marketplace. One more time. It's about filling a void in your marketplace. It's about serving that demographic that you want to serve so deeply and invoking a certain feeling. You see, ladies and gentlemen, people, they don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. Some of you guys that know me for a very long time know that one of my human behaviors, superpowers, is understanding human behavior. Understanding what does it make somebody buy from you. Your products, your services. Over the years, I've been doing consulting for Fortune 500 companies and coaches and authors and consultants around the world. In this past few years, I've been a crypto and NFT enthusiast. But it's all the same, ladies and gentlemen. You must to understand why you are doing this. You got to start with empathy to see a real need in the niche that you're wanting to serve. And that's going to help you guys build a very, very powerful community because, like I say, people, they don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. You must go deep with them. Like I always love to say, peel the layers off the onion. Talk about a story, right? The moment when you struggle. And you struggle so hardly, and then because you want something. And then you reveal that struggle to your audience. And you talk about how you overcame that struggle and how you went for it. And we all live forever, ever after. You must to understand the principles of storytelling. Every single one of you, my artist friends and future NFT creators, successful badasses and lionesses of the world, I want you guys to study the hero's journey. I want you guys to Google, if you never heard that term, the hero's journey, so you understand the principles of storytelling. That's how we learn stories throughout our lives. From when we were children, the way how they taught us and they presented cartoon to us, the way how they presented movie to us, they used the principles of storytelling. Some of you guys know me. I'm an executive producer and I invest in movies and I'm behind a few cool projects. Every single time a director escapes the hero's journey, guess what happened, ladies and gentlemen, at the box office? There is no moolah, no dinero, no nothing. Why? Because if something is not broken, why are you trying to fix it? So do not ever, ever, ever mess with the hero's journey. So I highly, highly recommend you guys practicing becoming masters of storytelling. As you guys know me, I speak around the world and I train many speakers. If you need help with that, I am one DM away. But it's very, very important for some of you that are new and are low on budget. Just research the hero's journey and practice telling your stories about why you are starting this project, about why you are presenting your art to the rest of the world, because people, they don't buy from you until they really see that you really care about what you are doing and you have a vision and it's something that's deep, that you want to help others and you want to cultivate that community. Super, super important, ladies and gentlemen. That's the step number 1 out of the 7 steps or keys on how to create a successful NFT project. So now we talk about identifying your niche, number 1. So now let's go with number 2. Don't just throw people your NFT and say, hey, click this link. No, no, no. No, no, no. It's like going on a date and say, let's have sex and get married before even saying hi. I get it. That probably happened out there, love at first sight. But as we all know, it's not typical. You got to get to know each other. It's like building a relationship. My grandparents, they were married for almost 60 plus years before they passed away from this planet. Rest in peace. I learned so much from them. My 14 years anniversary is actually coming up. Your brother, Carlos, is happily married with my angel. And 14 years going strong. God bless that woman. Behind that great man is an even more powerful woman, ladies and gentlemen. She's Mexican, Italian, American. I like to call her triple threat. Now you guys know why I am a little chubby. Every meal in my home is 10,000 calories or more. Let's get it. Some more, But very, very important, ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to just throw your NFTs out there to your family members, to your friends, to your followers if they don't understand. Understand that only 3% of the planet, some people argue with that, some people try to say it's 5%, whatever, are in cryptocurrency. Out of that, 0.5% are in NFTs. It tells you something. We are early. If you are listening to me, we are early. Don't sweat it. Just get in the game and you are early. If you are doing something now and you are building something now, you are ahead of the game. Do not let no one discourage you, because they will. Some of you guys know my story. Father died in a car explosion, a horrible car accident. I was just a baby. My stepfather was murdered. And I had to sell bread as a child. I was physically abused and mentally. But my hunger to end all the hate and those disgraces and the anxiety and those fears, I transformed that into an energy, into a drive, so that no more women or children have to be hurt around the world. You gotta be hungry, as my great friend and mentor, Liz Brown, loves to say. You gotta be hungry. Shoot for the moon and you land among the stars. Even if you miss it, my friends, you still gotta make it. So if you are listening to me, you are early in this game, and I'm glad that you are here. You are learning. Educate yourself. Get in the game. Nothing's more powerful than education, and we'll get into that. You must to walk your followers, and you must to teach them the basics as you are asking people to buy your NFT. Don't just go and say, click on this link. No, you want to start a Telegram group. Some of you more fancy, you can start a Discord group, start a Twitter space, a Clubhouse room, a Wisdom Room. You know, I had a great, the founder of the Wisdom app. We interviewed her in one of my previous episodes on the show. Highly recommend you guys check it out. CarlosInspireShow.com. Amazing people have been through our show, from celebrities to startups and athletes. Incredible episodes we've been doing over the years, my friends. And it's all due to every single one of you that keeps showing up to blow up. But again, you must choose. This step 2 is very important. A lot of people, they miss this step. They think it's basic, but no, you have to think about it, right? How you got a lot of your family members and your loved ones, the people that you went to school with, some of them have no idea. They don't understand. You must just tell them, hey, follow me into this Telegram group. Let me educate you about cryptocurrency. Let me educate you about NFTs. And then you present it to them, just like over here. I'm doing a demonstration here for every single one of you guys that are watching me. And I'm going to even bring my screen over here on camera. For some of you guys watching me right now on camera, I'm going to share my screen because I want you guys to literally demonstrate to them what I am telling you guys to do here. And here is what you guys are going to do. You're going to teach them. And what do we know? In order for people to buy an NFT, what do they need? The first step, they need to have some crypto. They need to have some Ethereum. Let's not go into the other, chains right now. Let's just focus on Ethereum for this teaching process. So you have to understand. Let's say, for example, I am in Coinbase for many, many years, since the beginning of their existence. And I've been sharing my affiliate link with Coinbase, which you can also, and that link is on the bottom of this. And you tell your people, look, you want to get into crypto, you're going to need Ethereum. You can buy at a Coinbase. And here's the link. You get $10, I get $10. Now you did step 1. You are educating them and you are telling them you can connect Coinbase to your bank account. Teach others like you are teaching a 5-year-old, ladies and gentlemen. You have to do the work. Hard work works. And now that you taught them on how to purchase crypto, now you're going to tell them the second step. Now you're going to need Metamask, which is a crypto wallet gateway to blockchain and all the apps. It's basically a browser extension that is on your computer or on your cell phone that you are able to buy, store, send, and swap your coins, your tokens, your NFTs. And then once they download that, and you have and then now the next step is sending your Ethereum from Coinbase to Metamask. So now your Ethereum shows inside your Metamask. Just like you guys see here on my computer is an extension that is on my computer. I have to log in here. Once you are logged in, then you can send your Ethereum from Coinbase to Metamask. And now you can do the final step, which is go into OpenSea, and then you can explore and purchase any NFTs of your desire. But again, this is step over here. A lot of people, they miss this step. They go out there and they just go here and click on this link and buy my NFT. And no, you must to educate and cultivate your audience by teaching them this very powerful step. All right, now that we got this out of the way, let's go into the other fun steps that I know that you guys love to learn. Step number 3, success leaves clues, ladies and gentlemen. Success leaves clues. Let's analyze some of the big projects. Right here on my screen, as you guys can see, I am OpenSea. A great way to research. You go under OpenSeas and you go under stats. Under rankings, you're going to see the top players dominating the space of NFT. And as we wait for the internet to load up, hopefully we're doing this live, so we cannot control if we're going to have any internet problems. Hopefully we won't. But if we will, it's not a problem. We're just going to keep it rolling. But in a moment, OpenSea is going to tell us who are the top players. They are dominating the space. And the last time that I checked, a couple of hours ago, until we wait for this thing to load it was Bored Ape Yacht Club. Very, very powerful project. But I want you guys to think about it, right? Who do they attract? Who is their niche? And you guys should really think about it. Before the people that are behind the Bored Ape Yacht Club, let's think about it, because success leaves clues. and you got a model success. I wanted to become one of the best speakers in the planet and become very successful as a speaker and as a coach. Then I were trained by Tony Robbins because, in my opinion, he is one of the best in the planet. So you gotta, whenever you see somebody that's successful, you model success, because success does leave clues. But as we're waiting for this internet to open over here, and which is not opening, which is no problemo, Bored Apes Yacht Club. The Bored Apes, known as the Bored Apes, the BASI, they are the number one right now dominating the game. But you have to think about it. Who do they attract? Who is their niche? Think about it, right? The underground type. The people that are into the hype, right? Like they love their stuff. They are targeting people. They are focusing. They are in the hype of the NFTs. They are in the underground types. They love this shit. Those are the people that they are focusing on, ladies and gentlemen. And let's think about, as I know some of the top players that are in the game are CryptoPunks. CryptoPunks is one of the oldest, the rebels, right? The project was inspired by modern crypto art movement. So who do they attract? People are into crypto art. People that were early on. That was one of the first projects. And anybody that love art, that love crypto art, they started going after those folks into that movement. Did you guys know that CryptoPunks, they are one of the earliest examples of an NFT on Ethereum? And they were an inspiration for the ERC 721 standard that powers most digital art and collectibles. Super, super cool. Did you guys know that the people could actually claim them for free by anybody with an Ethereum wallet? But all 10,000 were quickly claimed. But the internet right now is not working with us over here so that I can show you guys some really cool stats about CryptoPunks. Right now, one of their largest sales just happened on March 11, 2021. 4,200 Ethereum, $7.58 million for a JPEG, ladies and gentlemen. When I tell you that you guys are earlier, you guys are earlier. And I'm showing you guys over here on the screen. So you got to think about it, right? When these projects are out there, when you are putting your project out there, you must just start thinking about those things. Who do they serving? Let's say, for example, Cool Cats, another project that's over there as well on the top of OpenSea with sales and people. Who do they going after? Family members, people that are into fun, the happy crowd. Then what do? They target that type of avatar. They go into that niche. Another big one out there, Decentraland, all over. One of the big boys into the Metaverse, aka Mana, right? A native coin. People interested in getting to the Metaverse space. People that love playing video games in the internet, on their phone. So they are targeting those people, and now they're all playing inside their Decentraland. Highly recommend. You guys want to learn more, just go into decentraland.org, get yourself involved, and start playing it. Have some fun. But you see, all these companies, they thought of those things before they got in the game. They were tactical about it, who they wanted to serve, because that's very, very important as you are getting into this game. Let's go with step number 4. Right, so far, what do we cover? For you guys that are writing down and taking notes. Number 1, we identify your niche. Step number 2, don't just throw people your NFTs and click this link. And then in step 3, we cover success leaves clues. We just analyze a few of the projects. Some of you guys watching me on video, we had some internet difficulties, but it's all good. We're not going to edit it because nothing in life is perfect, but we can always perfect the craft. So let's keep it on rocking. Step number 4, you need a team, a TM. You need a team, beautiful people. One thing that I always say, speaking on the stages around the world, it's not where you are going that is important as much. It's who is going with you on that bus that matters most. I'm going to repeat that one because somebody out there needed to hear this today. The solopreneur business, e-commerce, coach, authoring, speaking, NFT, metaverse space. It's not fun, but doing it by yourself. Because it's not where you are going that is important, my friends. It's who is going with us on that bus that should matter most. And speaking of the team, I want you guys to think about it. Are you an artist? Are you the one generating your art for your NFT project? Or are you having somebody doing it for you? You have to start breaking things down. And you're gonna get fancy and you understand it. You're gonna hire or you're gonna collaborate with back-end developers or front-end developers, somebody that's gonna handle your smart contracts and your mint site that's gonna be in charge of that. Do you have a community manager who is gonna be handling your Discord, your Twitter, your Instagram, all your social media accounts to cultivate your communities? You have a marketer. You need to have a marketer on your side to help you with collaboration and outreach and bring others in place, because together we are stronger. You can make a more powerful project by bringing people together. And then the founder. Who's that person behind the project? Because here's one thing that we often hear. You know what I mean? Gary Vee made this great point the other day in New York doing the NFT NYC. And people, they always, you know, whenever they are pitching new projects and they say, oh, yes, the community is going to drive it. Oh, yeah, this project is going to work because of the community. And, you know, and they also, sometimes they also tell you, oh, it's not because of the founder, it's because of the community. Yeah, but let me ask you guys something. How many people do you think like the Chicago Bulls back in the 90s when I went to school in Brazil? And I'm in Brazil, in third world countries. A whole bunch of people in my entire school love the Bulls because of Michael Jordan and what he was doing for that team back in the 90s. You know, we would often see the people that had the money and the malls, they have their jerseys. I wish I had one. I barely had rice in my table. I would go on rice for 90 days. But that's not the point. The point is that everybody was flashing their swags and their jersey with Mr. Jordan on it. And what if I ask you that same question now? How many people do you think now, I bet you, you know, in your father and your mom and your grandparents, based on how old are you, in that same high school right now at this moment, think that likes the Bulls? None. Zero. Nada. So don't get it twisted when somebody tells you, oh, is the community? No. It is not. It's the community, they are going to show up because, you know, they have, you know, money. They got money vested in that project. So, you know, they will show up, but it's the founder. If you are that person, it's you, is the founder. Like, you know, like with military, the general has to show up. Because if the founder doesn't show up and navigate your project towards success, towards showing up with a vision, guess what? The ship will sink. Nobody's going to come to this stadium, ladies and gentlemen. You must have a vision, and that vision must be very, very clear for every single member in your team, in your TM, or else the project will tank. You see, a lot of those things, people, they don't talk about it in the NFT space, in the Metaverse space. Everybody, oh yeah, Carlos, I want to build, you know, a shopping mall. I want to buy a mall, and I want to build a community inside the Metaverse, and I want to, you know, I want to put in my NFTs in the Metaverse, and I want to get them out there all over the interwebs. Like, okay, great. Let's talk about it. You know, we have to talk about those things. A lot of people out there, they offer help for projects, and they make it sound like it's easy. They're like, oh yeah, give me 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 grand. Let's do it. And no, hold on. Let me explain to you what is it required first. That's why I'm putting this video out there so people can see it. And I will be giving these videos for every single person that comes in my future from now on, so they can see it. There's 7 things that must to focus on. because nobody talks about those things, and it's important that we address the demon and the devils before we get into it. And a lot of people, they don't understand. So that's real talk, beautiful people. Your NFTs, they derive from people that believe in you and in your project. The moment they lose that trust, think about this. The moment they lose that trust, they will dump it, and the project will go down the drain. This is real talk. One thing that I often talk in personal development, speaking for corporations, is CANI, something that I learned from Tony Robbins, which stands for constant and never-ending improvement. I like to call Kenios, constant and never-ending improvement on steroids. You must focus on constantly building your community, and that will build your trust with your community. And every single person must be on the same page. So that's very, very powerful, ladies and gentlemen. Step number 4. So let's get to step number 5. We're almost done. We have 3 more steps. Step number 5 is budget. What are you working with? What kind of budget do you have to get into this project? You know, it ranges, right? Some developers, they take a percentage of your sales, while others, you know, they'll be willing to do the work for, you know, for a higher, let's say you pay a flat rate. Somebody going to come to you typically anywhere from like 15 to 35%. Or if you're going to put in dollars, $50,000 to $100,000 on the developer's side. So that's what we are looking for into budgeting. If you're looking into do a successful project, then you have to think about your art, right? The artwork also, it ranges. It depends on like what style of arts you wanted to do. What kind of project is this? You want to get fancy, you know, the fancier that you get with your art, the more expensive it's going to be. But typically anywhere from like 15 to 60 grand on the art. And then depending on your confidence, you know, in doing a whole bunch of things and your level of proficiency into NFT and the Metaverse space and the Interwebs and cryptocurrency, then the price can always come down based on how much you know and how to do yourself and the people around you. So very, very important. You know, as you know, some of those skills that can also help you bring the price down. But those are the things that you must consider and think about as you are putting an NFT out there. You got to have a budget for those elements. Number 6, this is one of my favorites. Sales and marketing is your twin tickets to freedom. This is something that I've been teaching for a very, very long time. Since I was 7 years old, selling bread on the streets, I started helping my friends also sell their goods and services. And I start also helping getting paid overrides. And number one thing, ladies and gentlemen, sales and marketing. If you understand and are a master of sales and marketing, you're never going to go hungry. 99% of the world needs help with sales and marketing. So about painting a vision of the future that people are going to get excited about, right? You must paint that picture of your project and get others fired up and get others excited about your project. Many, many times, you know, I've been in Silicon Valley for the last, I would say almost 20 years, 17 years in the Silicon Valley in California. And often went to many, many meetups over the years, met incredible people from Silicon Valley when all those big tech companies, they were just beginning, running out of their garages. And often people used to go to meetups looking for money and raise money. And, you know, they would show up there with no confidence, with no sales or marketing skills, with great ideas. And the VCs, they were like, nope, no dinero for you. No, because they gotta bring it. You gotta be excited. You must paint a vision for your project. I would literally, you know, go to the line and tell other people, okay, guys, so tell me about your project. All right, let's do a little preparation. Go ahead, pitch it to me. And then I would have them pitch me, okay, and I would give them in real time coaching lessons so that they could go pitch and not put the VC to sleep. I became friends with many VCs over the years because they're like, who the heck is that 6 foot, 300-pound gorilla, you know, over there? And then they would watch me like, this guy's cool. He's literally teaching them how to pitch us and bring in the energy, right? You guys see me preaching this quite a bit over the years. You must do what others don't do, can't do, and will not think of doing. Very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. as you guys are doing out there. But think about it, right? Sales and marketing. You must find a strategy. You got to choose a marketing tactic that works for you. What does it work for you? Is it hype? Is it FOMO, right? Fear of missing out for the ones that don't know what that stands for? Are you going to use the scarcity tactics when you're putting your project out there? Are you going to do brand collaborations? Do you know corporations? Do you know celebrities? Do you know athletes? Do you know CEO of big companies that you can do a brand collab and influencers? Are you going to run contests? One thing that I teach in the past was challenges. I taught many coaches and authors and speakers to do free challenges so they can talk about their projects and services and books and masterminds and courses. You have to think about it. What are we doing? You have the budget that you're doing paid traffic. So many different things that you must think about when you are putting your sales and marketing plan out there for your NFT project. And so a combination of any of those things that I just listed here for you guys, they would work. So let's go with the final step. Educate to dominate the niche you wanting to serve. The best advice, ladies and gentlemen, that I got from my grandma is to learn something daily, is to constantly increase my wisdom and my knowledge every single day. And then I like to add this up. Once you learn that knowledge every single day and you go and you just go teach one person. Teach one, help one, win one. It's a philosophy that I follow for many, many years. Every single day, my friends. I want you guys to learn something new in the NFT, in the Metaverse, in the crypto space. Challenge yourself constantly. Can I, right? Or like I say, Canios, constant and never-ending improvement. So that you can teach one, help one, win one. We can never, ever, ever forget where we come from. We see it. I see all the time this happen in the influencer space. People, they become too big as a speaker, as a coach, and they forget to connect with the audience. They forget to the basics, right? Just help one person. It takes you a couple of minutes to teach somebody. Hey, here, you need to set up your Coinbase account first. You got to get your Ethereum. Or some of my Solana friends out there, you got to get your Solana first. And here, you need to also set up your wallet. You got to go back to the beginning. Never forget what you come from. The people makes who you become, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I want you guys to think about this for a minute. So especially some of you guys that are starting new and you're like, oh, Carlos, but I don't have anybody. You know, I don't have that many followers. I want you guys to think about this. Let's say if we have an average of 100 listeners and you start a podcast show like right now, right? I have my podcast show. I have my TV show. But let's just say you guys are starting and then you build it. It's not that hard to get to 100, right? You can call every single person that you know on your cell phone around you in your city, and you can get 100 people to listen. But let's just say you build it up to 100 listeners, and you ask every person that shows up just to invite one more person. Like right now, I'm going to ask every single one of you. I see many of you throughout social media. Right now, this is me stream everywhere on Clubhouse, on Twitter Spaces. We on Facebook. We on Twitch. We on LinkedIn. We are everywhere. So I want every single one of you just to tag one person, to invite one person here for our next episode. I do these shows every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5:35 Pacific time. As long as I'm not in Brazil, stranded in one of my farms. As some of you guys know, I'm dealing with some farm invasions in Brazil. But now I am in my studio in Silicon Valley. But every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5:35 p.m., I want each one of you guys just to bring here, to invite one person. My goal is for you to come back and bring one more person here on Monday at 5:35 p.m. And let's say it's 100 of you. It's many more than 100 here listening now. But let's just say you're starting now and you're building to 100 people. And if you ask just every single one to bring one person, now that becomes 200 people on Monday. And next week it becomes 400. And the week after becomes 800. Within 4 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, you have 800 people watching your episode. If we keep going forward, within 10 weeks, we will be at 51,200 people. If all you do is show up like I'm showing up over here, making it fun, bringing value, teaching, educating, and asking your audiences, as you guys know, this is a free training to help people out there understand so that they are not throwing money after bad advice. And if each one of you just bring one person here, and we keep doing that every episode, and let's say we started only with 100 people, in 10 weeks, we'll have 51,200 people, guys. So it doesn't take, so don't feel discouraged if you are starting new. You don't need that many followers. You need your core 12, then you need your core 100, then you need, a few thousand followers. They are hardcore followers. They're going to follow you for life. They become your raving fans. They know that you care for your community. They know that you care to educate them, to share with them which projects are you involved, which cryptos are you investing in. And you guys know the game. Whatever I talk about here, any of the projects that I mention here on this show, I know that it's lame, but I gotta drop a disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm here to educate and to teach. That's what I love to do. You gotta win one, help one, beautiful people. As I always love to say from the stages around the world, hashtag show up to blow up. I love talking about that, right? Always teaching them something so good that you're gonna get them to talk about you at the dinner table. See, once you guys get into that, now you are tapping into something very powerful, which is shareability. It's a very powerful concept. Why do you think that the beauty industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry? It's because people like the Kardashians, they know how to capture your attention. They get you to love or to hate them, and then they will talk about them at dinner table or the breakfast or at the women's restaurants and the nightclub. So think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Are you getting people to talk about you, your brand, or your projects at dinner table? It's very, very important that whenever you are putting something out there, you are thinking about the feelings that you wanted to evoke from your brand, from your projects, that the things that you are teaching, that they are so powerful that people are talking about you and your brand at dinner table, that they're wanting to share with others. That's how a lot of these celebrities and influencers, they build powerful brands. They tapped into that concept of shareability. At the end of the day, my friends, your wealth, your bank account is a reflection of the value that you bring to your marketplace. So when you are doing anything, just be that person of value. Have systems in place. One thing that I constantly taught for many, many years, you got to switch from a goals approach to a systems approach. It could be something as simple as you're going to do a podcast, or you're going to have your clubhouse room or your wisdom room or your Twitter spaces every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And then you're going to train your audience to come back there every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And that becomes your system for bringing people together, just like we were trained. You become HBO, you become ABC, you become Fox, CNN, or constant negative news, like I like to talk about. I'm not going to get into it. Or GNN, the Good News Network. But you become that channel. You are Netflix. You are HBO. You are ABC. You are whatever you focus on. Don't let nobody take that greatness from you. I don't care if it's one person watching or 17,000 people or 100 people. All of us who are influencers started with one. Just win one, help one. Win one, help one. Teach one. That's your only job, my friends, is to deliver massive value to your supporters. Always be a person of value. Constantly seek and find ways to add value to your community. What do you guys think I'm doing here right now, right? Adding value to the community, finding ways, teaching things that I learned over the last 30 years from sales and marketing, and understanding human behavior on what it makes somebody to buy something. It's all I can do over here on this show today is to get you guys to think about this and write it down and listen back to the show and apply that thing. I did a great job. Because I want you guys to think about those elements as you're getting yourself out there. And then you're going to rinse and repeat this formula for the rest of your life. And there you guys have it, ladies and gentlemen, the 7 steps on how to create a successful NFT project with your brother Carlos Siqueira, aka Carlos Inspire. Follow us here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5:35 Pacific time. I'm always going to be showing up over here, interviewing amazing people from CEOs to celebrities to everyone in between. You guys know how we roll. We love helping people win. And you guys know the drill, ladies and gentlemen. It's not where we come from. I come from the ghetto. I come from the hood. I got my ass whooped because I wanted to become Robin Hood. I like to rhyme. My daughter and I love to play. And it's not where we come from. It's not our gender or the color of our skin. It's the attitude, my friends, that we start every single day on how we treat others and do things that makes us win. Come on, brother Carlos. Say it again, baby. It's not where we come from, our gender, or the color of our skin. It's our attitude, how we wake up, how we show up on every single thing that we do. That's going to make us win. God bless every single one of you. You guys know the drill. Life is all about the mission, never the commission. And if you're feeling down, a little bit of anxiety and anxious, suicidal, depressed, not feeling it, wanted to choke somebody, I wanted to know that I love you and I pray for you. And I was just like you. I am you. You are me. The only difference between us is time, my friend. I know that it is possible. I want you to imagine myself, 6'5", 350 pounds, lifting you from the floor, giving you a big hug, looking you in the eyes, and telling you the days that breaks us are truly the days that makes us. God bless you all.